What's going on, diecast enthusiasts? How's everyone doing today? Hope everyone is doing very well. I'm doing very well. Thank you very much for asking. So what we got here, man, is we've got a Majorette, and these things are pretty interesting. So what we got here, obviously, we've got a little Toyota Hiace van, and we've got a Connex box with some tuner parts inside. Check this thing out. Tuning parts included. So if you're unfamiliar of what these things are, let me show you. We have 3 completed tuner cars right here, and we can put in some deep dish wheels or tires. So I'm not sure if we'll be able to do the tires with the van, but as you can tell right here, we have tires on this Nissan Z. We've also got the purple ground effects kit right here, the side skirts, the wide fenders, the bumper. It's all one piece, and it all clips in at the bottom. So I can show you guys what I mean by it clips in at the bottom. So I'm kind of hoping that we do have some tires for this, but if we don't, that's fine. Based on first look, the illustration of the van, it looks like we're going to have a spoiler and the ground effects, such as the wide fenders, side skirt, fenders, bumper, and that's what it appears to be. Now, these things are actually pretty simple to assemble. They're not like the M2. Now, these things are not considered tuning kits. These things are considered model kits, and we have different wheels, we have tires, the motor. There is no screwdriver in the Majorette because everything just snaps right on. Now, these things are incredibly difficult, and I don't really like the M2 kits. So we also have the axles with the M2 kits, wheels, tires, motor, and we have the lift, the base, and the actual model vehicle. We're not going to open up this one for obvious reasons. It's a chase. We are going to open up this one, though. And these Hiace vans, I've always liked. I've always been a fan of these things, especially when I go on vacation. I love seeing them on the Caribbean islands. So we're going to go ahead and crack this one open. So on the back, I should have done this before, but I didn't. So these things are Majorettes, but they are imported by Jada Toys, and they are here to help. So anyone with the diecast addiction, they're here to help, man. They're here to help us, and we don't want no one getting addicted to these cars. I mean, it's a little late for me, so I've just accepted my fate. But anyways, man, why don't we open this thing up, check this thing out, and this thing is pretty sweet. We have everything we need in here, and then we've got our model van, and these things are great for the short videos. Bye. So, right off the bat, this thing is highly detailed, as we can tell. We've got our little anime cheerleader right there cheering us on. We've got, so this thing is definitely connected to the base. There is no need to take this out. What I mean is there's no need to pull the bottom base off. We do have plastic tires right here. Black wheels, silver lip, looking really good. These Hiace vans are, again, I think they're really cool. I've always liked seeing them when I go on vacation to the Caribbeans, Aruba, Bahamas. Where else have I been? Mexico, Belize, Honduras. I'm regular world traveler. So what we got in here, man, let's check this thing out. We've got our ground effects kit right here. It is all one piece. And we've got our spoiler. Now, the spoiler is going to be a little interesting. And like I said, it's supposed to clip right. Actually, it did just clip right on. So it definitely goes underneath the rear windows. Unfortunately, it looks a little weird, but it's not going anywhere. And as for our ground effects, we have these little 2 slots right down there. Now it's just the point of finding the front and rear. If we were to do the rear, would it actually work? And I guess we could try and make it work, but why would we want to do that? So let's put this back. So this is obviously the rear. This is obviously the front. And it just goes over the van. And there you have it. It is all assembled. It is in there. It's not going anywhere. And why don't we do this? Why don't we do a little roll test here? So this thing does roll, and it actually looks pretty different, man. It looks very unique as well. Got the nice shiny ground effects kit. And this thing is, again, I think these things are cool. I mean, I think it's just what the hobby needed, and we definitely got it. So now we can kind of tune our vehicles. And again, you can collect these things. These things look great on display right in front of their Connex boxes. Check this thing out, man. We've got the Toyota Hiace, the Honda Civic, the Nissan Z, and the Safaro. It's a Nissan Safaro A31. So some of them do have tires and some of them don't, and that's okay. As we can tell, the Honda Civic does not have tires, but the Nissan Z does have tires, and these things are a little bit fatter, a little bit wider than the regular tires. And these tires, they just pop right on. So I actually won all of these on a Facebook auction, and apparently you can find them in Hobby Lobby. I can never find anything in Hobby Lobby. And again, I like these things. They're very unique. They're different. And that's probably why I like them, is that they are different. Now, Majorette, what I would like to see in the future is maybe some different ground effects, different body kits, different tires, different wheels, rims, you know, just something different. And these parts do open up. So this one has the doors that open up. This one, I believe, the hood. Yep. So the hood opens up to reveal the engine. Now, the Toyota Hiace, nothing opens up, no doors, no hood, no trunk, and I guess that's okay, but, you know, is what it is. The Honda Civic, we have the hood, so the hood opens up here, reveals its little 4-cylinder engine, and again, I think these things are really neat. They're pretty cool, they're very interesting, and they give something different to the hobby. Now, if Majorette was smart, please take my advice and come out with some like body kits for these things, or interchangeable parts. I think that would be the next move. Unfortunately, these things are not really mass produced. At least I haven't seen a lot of them out there. Generally speaking, when I see them, I instantly snatch them up. I put them together. They're great for the shorts. If you guys want to see these 3 cars being assembled, they're in my short videos. So why don't you go check them out, give them a thumbs up, comment, and you know what? Share the videos if you actually like them. So anyways, that being said, I'm going to go. Please like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share. Oh no. Anyways, collect what you like, and if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong, man. So do it right at the time of your life. Later, taters.